Hi, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working on a page going over Daniel 3. I'm currently working through By the Will for God's kit, This I Know, and today I'm working through day 9, which talks about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and how they were consistent in what they believed in. They stood up for what they knew was right, and as a result, the king did throw them into the furnace. But it has a really cool verse that I love. It's one of my favorite verses in the Bible, and so I'm going to read it for you today. So the verse is Daniel 3:18, but I'm going to start in 17. And it's these Hebrew boys talking to the king and telling them why they won't bow down. And they say, "Our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." And it's that "but if not" that really gets me. It strikes me in my heart that even if he doesn't, he is still God. But if not, he is still sovereign. He is still ruler of all, no matter what. There's a really good quote from David Guzik that I put on this card, and it says, "They did not doubt God's ability, but neither did they presume to know God's will. In this they agreed with Job. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him," which comes from Job 13:15. They recognized that God's plan might be different than their desire. These verses really resonate with me, and especially with everything that we've been going through the last year and the last couple months. I know that God is able to heal our land and fix our country. He's definitely able, but is it his will? And if it's not his will, we have to have that same stance, but if not. But if not, he is still good, and I will still stand by his word. Is he using this time of craziness to draw us closer to him? I did a lot of die cutting to get that "but if not" title, and I also got some extra greenery with that alcohol ink paper that came with the paper pack from By the Will for God. But now I'm going to start working on the background. So I'm taking some distress oxide in the milled lavender color, and I'm just going to put that over the whole background. I found these rounded dome foam blenders to be really good from scrapbook.com. They help not make such a harsh imprint when you're trying to blend the color out, so I really highly suggest them. I really wanted to add some more texture to this background, so I'm taking a Holtz Stencil and I'm going to put seedless preserves through it, and then I will move it over to the side just a little bit to not make it so rectangular in shape. I'm going to put down my David Guzik quote just so I can get a feeling of where I want that on the page. And then I'm going to start layering everything together. The florals are looking a little too crowded for me, but I'm still going to move on, and I'm going to start gluing down my title. I want to make sure that everything is aligned correctly, so I'm going to end up using a ruler and using my magnets that came with the Make Art station, and that will help hold the ruler in place and therefore give me straighter lines with my title. For Christmas, I ended up grabbing this Barely Art craft glue, and Lindsay from Lindsay Decor actually suggested it. And it's really cool because it comes with a bunch of different tips. So I ended up putting the finest tip on, and I really like the glue so far. It is super fast drying, which works great for most things. I do have to say, when you put letters down and they're not absolutely straight and you want to move it a little bit, you don't have too much time to work with it, which most of the time is really good. But sometimes you want a little extra time, so that's just a pro and con with this glue. This page was looking a little too flat for me, so I grabbed this ribbon that I just bought from Stampin' Up. It was in their clearance section and it was at a great price. It is a velvet ribbon and it's just beautiful. So I ended up grabbing that and making a line with my Fabri-Tac glue and also my ruler. It really helped. And then I will just place that down and I'll cut off the ends because it shouldn't fray too bad because of the style of ribbon it is. So I'll just cut those off and then I'll work on placing my florals. Now, like I said before, I wasn't really happy with how my florals were placed before, but I was giving it a rest so my mind could just think of something else and then come back to it. So I am placing these down and realizing that no, I really don't like this. And so I'm going to end up moving some of the florals up to the left corner of the page, and it actually really fills in the page and will make the card not look so crowded. I left all this in the video. Usually I would edit it out, but I wanted to show you how much fidgeting and moving stuff around actually goes in behind the scenes. A lot of times this gets edited out because I don't think that people really want to see me mess around with where things are placed, but it goes to show you that I don't know exactly where things go right away. It's just not a gift of mine, and I know a lot of people who are on the creative team might edit theirs out as well. And so just don't get frustrated with yourself when you don't know exactly where things should go. Just play around and don't feel stressed about it. Also, another little tip, I know I was reading the Bible beforehand when I was doing this, but I oftentimes make my clear stickers from By the Well for God into my own die cuts. I'll just place them on white paper and fussy cut them out. That's how I seem to use mine more. I love the clear stickers, but a lot of times I like the look of a die cut better, and usually they are bigger than the ephemera that comes with the kit, and so it just gives me a different size option. I really liked using the alcohol ink paper for the die cut alphas, but they weren't standing out enough from the page in my opinion, especially with that textured looking background. And so I end up just lining them out with some Micron Pen, and it really helps them stand out from the page. I haven't made my own bows in a while, so I end up taking this fabric from Hobby Lobby and I will just make a pretty big bow to use at the top of the page. Now this will bring some color up to that floral cluster and kind of balance out the whole page itself. I'll put my date stamp down at the bottom, and then I still want a little bit more in that background, so I will end up grabbing my Dina Wakley gloss spray in the color Heather. I'm going to kind of cover stuff up so I don't spray too much over the letters, because I've been known to do that before where I just kind of completely ruin a page because I overspray. So I'm going to just cover stuff up that I don't want sprayed, and I'll just flick some of that color onto the page. And then after that, I'll just let it dry because you can't use a heat gun on these because they'll just bubble up and create different weird colors. But that will be the end of the page. If you've liked this page, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And also go ahead and go follow me on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I hope you all have a blessed day.